Just when we thought the drama was over, Johnny Somali is back in the spotlight, and not in a good way. From stirring controversies online to pleading for police protection, Somali's troubles seem to be just getting started.
Because he's insulting Korea, but because he just came out of Japan as well and he got a travel ban for insulting the Japanese, and especially since he was insulting one of the key monuments of Korean expression of independence against Japanese colonial rule, the fact that he was jailed in Japan for insulting Japanese people, I think is the only thing keeping him alive in Korea. Otherwise, guns or no guns, there would be no more Johnny Somali.
Johnny Somali pleads for police protection as state prosecutors close in. Is this the end for him? In this new twist, the controversial streamer Johnny Somali, known for his inflammatory antics, is now reportedly begging for police protection, while state prosecutors tighten the net around his ongoing case.
재판관 전원의 일치된 의견으로 주문을 선고합니다. 주문, 피청구인 대통령 박근혜를 파면한다.
With public outrage at an all-time high and communities holding him accountable for his actions, Somali appears to be feeling the pressure more than ever. But is this a genuine plea for safety or a desperate attempt to evade justice? This video dives into the unraveling story, Somali's shocking new moves, and what the future might hold for one of the internet's most divisive figures.
Over the past few weeks though, he decided to go to Korea, and this has all happened again. But the big difference between Korea and the other countries is he was way more reckless and disrespectful simply because I guess he thought he could get away with it there. Unfortunately for the streamer though, this was absolutely not the case, because just looking at the whole laundry list of felonies he's facing, he could actually be going away for up to 29 years if the judge really decides to put their foot down on him.
It's no secret Johnny Somali has been involved in more than a few incidents that left communities angry and authorities on high alert.
Mini crime, what did he do? Name him. Name crime. Name.
What is name?
Name crime.
What is crime?
Stop interrupting the individual.
You're doing the sexual thing.
I'm not no sexual.
No.
I'm gay.
Track record, picking fights, disrespecting communities, and crossing lines most wouldn't dare to even approach.
I'm not sorry. If you want me to apologize and bow down on my knees and apologize, I refuse. I won't.
But now he's asking for police protection, as if the tables have somehow turned. Here's the twist. State prosecutors have started to dig deeper into his case. With a laundry list of offenses and a growing number of people calling for accountability, the authorities aren't holding back.
So, Mr. Somali, you're over in Korea, my homeland, playing the game of the elites, when you're not even qualified to. You're lucky I didn't hear about you in Japan, because I actually hold a very high rank over the Yakuza, and I could have easily had you removed from Japan.
And Somali's response, he's desperate enough to ask for police protection.
Come on in.
Please, my hat. 자, 이쪽으로 오세요. 거기 hat.
No.
핸드폰이에요?
네? 이거요, 제 거예요.
본인 거예요?
From an instigator to someone playing the victim, quite a shift, don't you think? People aren't buying it. Critics say this is classic Johnny Somali, trying to dodge the consequences of his actions.
But when he really started to make a name for himself is when he was over in Japan, absolutely being disrespectful towards the Japanese civilians over there, just screaming out Nagasaki, Hiroshima, and disrespectful things towards their culture. Then he went into Israel and was being disrespectful towards a police officer over there. And now, over the past few weeks, he has been in South Korea.
It pissed me off. Personally, I take it personal. I really take this thing personal, because whatever thing he does really reflects us.
Because it looks like he has no agenda, like he has no anti-Korean agenda, I think that's the only thing keeping him alive in Korea right now, honestly. Because he's insulting Korea, but because he just came out of Japan as well and he got a travel ban for insulting the Japanese, and especially since he was insulting one of the key monuments of Korean expression of independence against Japanese colonial rule, The fact that he was jailed in Japan for insulting Japanese people, I think, is the only thing keeping him alive in Korea. Otherwise, guns or no guns, there would be no more Johnny Somali in Korea.
After seeing his behavior toward other country, a men commented that, as an American representative, we don't want this guy, keep him locked up, Korea. That comment reflects the frustration and embarrassment some feel when an individual acts poorly abroad, potentially harming the image of an entire nation. It highlights how a person's behavior can influence perceptions and how some may prefer that consequences be enforced to discourage further disrespectful actions. Another person said that this will change streaming out in public places. His actions just messed it up for everyone. Very upsetting the Capitol got wind of this happening. What bill they will pass is unknown for now. They like to pass a bill without us knowing, and it's just there. Another man said that this Johnny guy single-handedly bring up every single racist stereotype of black individuals. He ruined the reputation of an entire ethnicity. So what's next for Johnny? With the state prosecutors closing in and public pressure mounting, his request for protection might be the last attempt to escape the punishment that many feel he's long overdue for. Will the authorities see through it, or will Johnny Somali's controversial run online finally hit a hard stop? Another person replay on that comment that, yup, he did the same thing in Japan and had the nerve to brag about it. At this point, he doesn't have any credibility. Another Korean people commented that I won't forgive you. You will have to go to jail.
And he made some kind of a crappy apology. I don't believe him. Like, I honestly, I don't believe him. Because, you know, I'm pretty sure he was very sorry when he went to Japan and he just kept doing all this stuff and he just kept going.
If Johnny Somali had chosen not to apologize for his behavior, he would likely face even harsher consequences.
As black people in America who've heard about this guy for a while, we hate him too. All right. We've been hating him for a while and we are sorry that you have to deal with him. We do not claim him. We hate him. I want to beat his ass too.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why he's over there, not over here, I guess.
He's been kind of like the target, the actual target number one in South Korea. He's basically being hunted down by actual Navy SEALs at this point and beaten within an inch of his life.
Johnny Somali's story isn't over yet. Whether he's punished or finds a new way to slip away, people are watching closely, hoping to see justice served.
I'm sure the chief of police will really enjoy that information. So, Johnny, if you want to keep around and talking, I'll just have some of my untouchable friends in really high places in Korea pay you a visit.
South Korea will not be as lenient as Japan was with this absolute worm. He flexed, openly bragging about how he got let off easy in Japan and his lying. It's actually crazy. I hope South Korea plays some hardball with him here and doesn't give him an inch. He is going to keep doing this across the globe. He's not going to stop.
And I'm talking about Johnny Somali, right? He's a piece of trash. And I mean it with my heart, my own heart, with my whole heart. The dude's a piece of garbage. And he thought that South Korea was going to be like Japan. And no. Japan said, hey, get out of here, never come back. And North Korea said, oh, now you just can't